Hello everybody. Let me try to get myself set up here. Make sure that I am pointing in the right direction. And I am. All right. Sorry about that. So tonight, sorry about my big old hand in there too. Gracious. So tonight we're going to go ahead and use our Hello Ladybug stamp set and punch. I know just a couple more days of summer and then fall is going to be here, but you know. So ladybugs, how cute, and a stamp set, how cute. Here are the cards that we're going to make tonight. Simple easy card, paper stamps and ink, and this one with our ladybug punch, and then this one we're going to have the ladybug punch and the daisy punch. So can't wait to share that all with you. But right now we need to get our stamps mounted on our blocks. We need to have our daisy and we need to have this ladybug. There's two different ladybugs in here. There's this one and then there's this one that you would use with the punch. So we need to get this one here, and then she has another little piece. And then we also need to have this little teeny piece that goes in the middle of our daisy. And our sentiment, may your greatest wish come true. Now what I do when it comes to the sentiments is I line it up on my grid paper so that I can just put my stamp block on there and it will be straight. All right, and my little daisy has already fallen off. So we're going to take a piece of paper that I have already cut. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to fold that in half. Usually I don't have trouble getting this. And sometimes we go ahead and use our bone folder, make the crease really good. Now with this particular stamp set, they are clear stamps, so that we need to have like a little foam mat for our stamps to push down on, because there's not any foam rubber on them. We're going to start off with our daisy. Oh no, excuse me. I did that the first time I was making this card and my little ladybug didn't have much room to hang out. So this time we're going to go ahead and make our ladybug first. I'm going to go ahead and use some real red ink. Excuse me. Let me pause that. We're not going to do the red first. This is real life, y'all. We're going to use this ladybug. I did not really put her on there straight. I know, now I'm dropping everything. Let's see. All right, there she is. We're gonna ink her up on our black Memento ink pad. We're gonna use our mat down there. And we're gonna put her in the middle. Well, kind of in the middle. A little off center. Then, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and use our red now for her shell. Is it called a shell for a ladybug? I don't know what it's called. Not too bad, not too bad. Now we can go ahead and do our daisies. So where did our daisy stamp go? Right here. And the reason I have the paper down is I am going to go off of the white cardstock. Now this time I really would like to get my daisies to surround my ladybug. I think this ladybug stamp is so cute. And while I have not tried it, I have seen others be able to use this to make butterflies, or no, excuse me, not butterflies, like bumblebees, and oh my gosh, I think those are so cute. All right, just a little bit down here in the corner, and there you go. Now let's take our DLC. That this is real life here, people, real life. Ink pad open, ink goes on fingers. So I just took a baby wipe, wiped off my inky fingers so that hopefully I don't mess up my card. I have been known to do that. So we're going to take our daisy, the middle of our daisy, and sometimes I do okay lining this up, and other times I just struggle. And tonight apparently it's going to be kind of a struggle, and that is going to be okay, because when you do something handmade, whether it's a card or an afghan that you crochet or you knit, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of it. So we have that done. We're going to leave our green open because we need to make our sentiment. Now I have a little piece of paper here that we're going to stamp our sentiment on. And here it is. May your greatest wish come true. Not too bad. Now I'm going to take our scissors. Hopefully I can cut a straight line. Sometimes that's easier said than done. And then we're going to make a little tag at the bottom. You know, I am amazed at the people that I have seen do this in their videos, and I'm like, why do my tags never look that good? And even this one, y'all. Do you think I should redo it, or do you think I should just let it go? Let's see if we can get it just a little bit better. Just a little bit. We're going to try it one more time. All right. I can see this side here is not straight at all. I should have brought out my paper trimmer, and I didn't. So kind of maybe better. I'm not really sure, but it's what we're going to go with, because again, doesn't have to be perfect. So now what we're going to do is attach our sentiment to our card. And how about we put it up here, and there we have a simple card, just using paper, ink, and stamps. Now we can go on to our next one. Let me put some of my stamps away, because we won't need those again. I'm using my little chamois over here to clean off my stamps. And yes, it is stained because I've used it, but all you have to do is just rinse it under water until it wrings out clear, and it's good. We're not going to use this sentiment again. And we need to... All right. So, next up is... What's our next card? Our next card is this one. It's a good day. And this one, we need some red cardstock. 5.5 by 8.5, folded in half at 4 1/4. Take our bone folder, and then we have our white, where we're going to go ahead and stamp our leaves in Granny Apple Green. Let me get that onto a stamp block so we can get that done. We're going to stamp 3 of them, and you can tell that we need our scrap paper so that we can go off of our cardstock. This is such a pretty green, pretty green. All right, 1 in the middle. Not too bad. And then 1 up here. And then 1 down here. That was pretty easy. Next up is our ladybug. She needs to be stamped in black, and then we can use our punch and punch her out. This is what it looks like, and then you turn it over and you flip that up, and then you can punch it. Now I want to show you something. See how the ladybug is over here? So I want to make sure that when I stamp it, I have my ladybug oriented in that direction so that I can just slide it in and I can stamp it off. So where is my ladybug? Here she is, and we need 2 of her. Probably do them 1 at a time though. So I want her to go this way, have it at this side of the paper. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and put her in here, lining her up, being sure not to lose her antenna, or antennae. Not really sure how you say that. If you do, let me know. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp it again. Oops. Is anybody else looking really forward to fall? I know I am. It's one of my favorite seasons. I love the colors. I love the cool temperatures. Although down here in South Carolina, cool temperatures are sometimes not always happening. So now we need to, now that we have our 2 ladybug things, we need to use our red ink and stamp our wings. We're going to do it like that. So where are our wings? And our red ink over here. And I want to make sure that I have my ladybug wings going this way so that it's easy to punch out. And I did it in, oops. Now I'm gonna have a ladybug. So I have a free ladybug on that one. I have the wings. Let's do another set of wings. I just did not place my paper the right way. No problems though. Again, we're gonna line that up here. And now we have our ladybug things. All we need to do now is take out our the black part and get those inked up and stamped on, and we can put our ladybug together. It's pretty easy to put her together. These clear stamps are wonderful. I remember back in the day when I was doing stamping many years ago, you couldn't see how to line up your stamp, and it was kind of hard. It was a challenge, that's for sure. So for here, I'm just using some liquid glue. I'm putting it right there on the little indentation curve, and then I can use my fingers and line her up. I'm gonna do it on the second one. And then we are almost done with this card. Oops. And sometimes yeah. All right, and I just remembered we did not use our little blue to stamp our little dots on this, and I really feel that the little dots on this card really make the card pop, so I don't want to leave those off, but they are very much just random. Doesn't have to fill it all up, just, you know, just very random. This is called Balmy Blue ink. It's a very pretty blue, I think. Get a little in between our leaves. The one thing about fall that I do not look forward to is all the leaves falling in my yard that have to be raked up. And there's a lot of leaves. And the other thing is the days get shorter. I really do like it staying light late at night. I think that is just like wonderful. All right, there you go. Now, we need to stamp our sentiment, which is, it's a good day. And let's see, here it is. So let's line that up after we turn it around so that it's going the right way. All right, take our little dots off, clean our stamp block, and we're gonna do that in some black. And it's still upside down. There you go. It's a good day. It is a good day to make a card, I believe. I think any day is a good day to make a card. Now on the sample, I literally just cut these at an angle. Does not have to be any which way. You can make it square. I just wanted to have it be something a little on the different side. So we're going to take a red card base. We're going to go ahead and put some tape runner on our white mat that has our leaves and our blue dots on there. I'm going to center that on there. And then for our ladybugs, we are going to use our Stampin' Dimensionals to add dimension to it. We're going to put about 3 on each ladybug, and it's going to pop it up. And be kind of cool, be like she is flying. And then we are almost done with this card. Sometimes my fingernails do not want to work when it comes to peeling off these dimensionals. All right, so put one here and put one there. Now let's go ahead and And let's trim off just a little bit of that. Okay, put a little tape runner on there and put It's a Good Day right here. And the last thing we need to do is just add a little bit of what I call bling. These are embellishments. These are unfortunately retired. I couldn't find any of my current ones. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use some green in here. Put a big one down here and some little ones over there. You always want to do it in threes so that it doesn't, I don't know, confuse your eye. So there we have it, card number 2. Still quick and easy and simple, using paper and ink and stamps. And this time a punch, dimensionals for our ladybug, and some bling. We are almost done. Let's bring in our third card. Our third card is this one. Again, we're going to have our ladybug that we're going to use our punch on, but we're going to go ahead and bring in our daisy punch. So here is our card base. Again, 5.5 by 8.5. Fold it in half at 4 1/4, and use your bone folder. Then we have our white here, and the only thing we're going to stamp on that is our sentiment. Now, I have already punched out all 3 of our ladybug here. I've punched out our wings, and I've punched out some of our daisies. Let's go ahead and get our ladybugs put together, but the first thing we need to do is we need to get the little black dots. I'm not really sure what they're called. I wasn't really big into science, so if any of you guys know, let me know. All right. Not too bad. See how easy it is with these clear stamps to line it up? That is the beauty. Like I was saying, way back in the day, we didn't have clear stamps when I started, so it was a challenge to get things lined up. Definite challenge. Again, we're going to take our glue, and we're going to line it up on our ladybug at that curve. Very easy to do this. One of these days, I do want to go ahead and figure out how to make a bumblebee with this particular punch, because the ones that I have seen are just so cute. All right, while that dries, let's go ahead and finish punching out our daisies. Now for each daisy, we need 2 of them. So I have 1.5 here, and this is our daisy punch. Again, just like the other ones, you turn it over, you do that, and you just put it in there. You pump. Making sure that you don't get part of that in there. All right, so did I get all of my daisies? All right, so now we can go ahead and put it together. And we're going to use our liquid glue again. We're going to go ahead and do a little circle in there. How about we do them all at the same time? It's important to cap up your glue. All right, now for our daisies, we want to go ahead and offset our second daisy that's on top. Sometimes that's easy, and sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge. Sometimes I almost feel like you need to have 3 daisies in here, but let's see. Oh, mercy, this one is not looking the best, y'all. This is real life. This is crafting. All right, let's see if we can make this one be a little bit better. That one is not bad. I like that one. How about this one? Okay, well, almost there. Almost, not quite. Not quite. All right, we're gonna let those dry for just a second. Let's see. Oh, this one is quite pitiful. We're still gonna use it though. We're gonna use it. Let's go ahead and get the dimensionals on our ladybugs. Again, you only need about 3 ladybugs, or excuse me, dimensionals. Just add a little something. I don't think we used to have dimensionals, you know, way back in the olden days when I did cards many years ago. So with the daisies, we're going back to our liquid glue, and we're going to just put some liquid glue on the back. We're going to put it up here. And how about this is the one that is just not the greatest. But again, we're using it, so let's do it like this, and then I can put the ladybug right there. Kind of cover up the oopsies. This one over here. Now we can put our ladybug on. All right, here's one ladybug. This is so cute. I really thought, you know, if you had kids, this would be a great little stamp set with punch that they could use. Because most kids, you know, not little kids, but most kids would be able to, you know, use the punch. All right, see? And you would never know that that particular daisy had a little problem. Now we are going to utilize 2 of these little sentiments, and we're going to stamp the first one, the hello, in red. And it's just, hello, my friends. This would be a great card to just send to somebody that you want to say hello to, that you haven't talked to in a while. Might need a little picking, a little cheering up. And then here is my friend. And we're going to do that in black. Kind of lost my black ink there for a minute. Not the greatest. Again, not going to stress out about it. So let's go ahead and I should have put the white layer on the red before I put my daisies and ladybugs on there, but I didn't. So we're going to use liquid glue this time, just so that I don't have to fiddle with the tape runner. Now the last thing that we need to do is, again, pull out our retired bling, and we're going to go ahead and put a rhinestone in, or not a rhinestone, but, well, a rhinestone, I guess is what it's called, in the center of each of our daisies. And there you have it. 3 cards done with just stamps, ink, paper, some dimensionals on a couple of them, and pretty easy, pretty simple. And we went from, I don't know where my other card went to. Oh, there it is. So here's the, actually I should, if you went from left to right, how we read. So we went from very easy, stamps, ink, and paper. Here, still stamps, inks, and paper. We just did a couple layers. We used a punch for our ladybug, punched it out. You added some bling, some rhinestones. And over here we used 2 punches for our daisies and our ladybugs, and more rhinestones to just, you know, give it a little oomph. And there you go. Also, when I would go out, when I would get ready to send this, I would go ahead and add a, I don't have an extra piece, but I would cut a piece of white cardstock, and that way I could write my sentiment in here, and the person receiving it would be able to see it, where that red is kind of dark. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please let me know. And remember, all it takes is stamps, ink, and create. Have a good day.